The poem, Man, the Thinking Piece of Sand. Earthman, my death and birth man, knower of all but yourself, you are trapped in a terrible illusion that begins with the conclusion you are the body. It is not so, but you do not know any more than you can stay and go, because you do not know or go now. One day you will, and when, it will be now, not then. Man lives for knowledge. His life is the pursuit of knowledge. He is knowledge, born on an ache for knowledge, a struggling pain to know. Nothing else. You recognize yourself? No, you are too busy with the book, too identified to pause and see who is the reader. Man's life quest for money or success, to own a house or to possess anything outside himself, is a striving not for the object but for the knowledge it is his. He can never own the thing, child, house, car, or diamond ring. It is his body's. His sole gain is the knowledge, and that only to his satisfaction, itself a mere contraction of his fluctuating knowledge. A message says your child is dead. What weeps? The head. But whence this pain, this gobbling agony of loss, this nothingness, this unbodiness, this phantom cross that holds you in a nailed embrace, so tight, you cannot even turn away your poor contorted face, but must bear on, as the hapless fox must run on and make the chase. Whatever happened to cause such grief? Nothing changed except you gained the knowledge you had lost your child, and bright day became a suffocating night of grief and sobbing. But wait, it was all a terrible mistake. The child is unharmed. Now blackness turns to brightest day. Thank God, you pray. Yet nothing changed, except you gained the knowledge your child was safe, without moving from your chair, without one fact changing anywhere. You floundered in despair and soared to the heights of joy. Is this the shifting sand on which your happiness and suffering stand? I'm afraid it is, Earthman, while you abide outside. Tell me, life, where is inside? Your words are honey to an emptiness in me, drips of golden sweetness falling where there is no tongue, an unlistening ear that cannot hear above the thundering of its own desire for more. I hear a silence, a soundless nearness, an unuttered answer to an unuttered cry that delights me, invites me, forever to imbibe, if only I can find the hive, the honey hoard. Tell me, life, where is inside? Such longing, such loving savouring of my words is a thirst, a need from inside, and shows much honey already in the hive. This honey that man craves and saves from life to life is understanding, and like the bee, he produces it from nectar, his knowledge gathered from each life's tree. Knowledge is as useless to man as nectar to the bee, unless he swallow it and digest it in the pulsing, transforming fire of his anatomy, and give it up, not like a stream of undigested vomit, of gorged nectar or knowledge stuff from the wrong tree, but as an emanation, a sparkling fermentation, a total confirmation of himself, a wisp of honeyed breath, a flowing, crystallized essence spreading where it may, not just a giving, but a living sickness need to bleed, understanding. Inside, this place you seek, is man's immortal centre, the treasure house of his anatomy, a body drossing furnace where my fiery alchemy turns his knowledge into gold. How? I will now unfold. But first understand that in going on, you enter another world where one life's knowledge is not enough to glimpse all life's plan. Hereon, knowledge falters, doubts because it cannot prove because of insufficient knowledge, a vicious circle even the cleverest cannot move beyond, unless there is sufficient honey in the hive. Here begins in depth the realm of understanding, the subtle comprehension that goes beyond the word and answers yes, yes, yes to what is true, not knowing why, not knowing that it even knew. That is the treasure house, the sacred store in you. Who am I? I, who come to you through this man-mind and its knowledge, on the pain-dusted wings of his understanding, transcend knowledge. Where knowledge ends, I am. To your comprehension, I am nothing, not even a new dimension, for that is something. At the end of everything that can be known am I, the unknowable. So do not look for me, as such, in your mighty universe. It is the death of me, the source of all mind knowledge, its infinity, which inexplicably, exasperatingly, automatically expands at the same rate as man or mind discovers or understands any part of it. A wonderful mystery. All out there is knowledge. Nothing is the other way, in the opposite direction, away from the reflection, inside the seer, the knower, you. And it begins with the question, who am I, you, who looks at the moon or sky for God or I? And ends with the correct answer. I am the transcendental, creator of the universe whose scheme I hold in imagery, a sort of everlasting idea mould that form and fate must follow, a giant staircase of inflexible dream stuff, a maelstrom of relationship, a cataclysmic catastrophe of imbalance and harmony, from grit to star to man and all between. Thus does man sense perfection as the ideal. But imagery, as he knows from his own imagination, is a pointless recreation unless expressed in something sensed or seen by other men, a medium between his idea and them. So I created matter. Oh, what illusion! Oh, what magnificent confusion I have created out of matter! Man has never found a piece of it, though he burrows, boils, splits and smashes as is his norm. All he can produce is form, the phenomenon of matter and my idea, a trinity whose synthesis appears as structure. First knowable structure is the universe, embracing structure of all structures which are but forms or parts of it, as a brick is a form of the house, and together with all the other forms forms the structure of the house. Yet, brick and man are structures in themselves, formed of form down to the atom, another structure formed of form, of proton, neutron, electron. Again, when looked upon, still structures composed of more vanishing form, of photon and meson, the seeming end of form, beginning of the abstract, nothing moving along a track, a wave, form in motion, a tantalizing, non-going commotion of formless energy, nearest yet to nothing, nearest yet to me. Yet, this outer world, your universe, itself is but a form of my unerring justice, a mighty abstract house or structure of many mansions, which, as universal law, insists all form must serve a greater form above, as each is served by a lesser form below, so that what is above is yet below, and that below is yet above, a choiceless serving, a giving by each form of itself to the greater, which is universal love. This is my giant staircase where all things have their place, grouped in ascending steps of structure, so that the lowest form contained within the lowest step, and the order of things is my secret.